Hello everyone, I'm gonna show you on this video 10 things that I assume that you don't know or you didn't know about this game, okay, about Phasmophobia. It is 10 things that I think you don't realize so far. So the first thing I want to show you is that the majority of people of this game, the players, when they start playing this game, what they do, they exit from the truck, they just enter the map, the house. But few people know that there's a bug inside this game. I don't know when it's gonna be fixed, okay? But sometimes, especially on Edgefield, on Sunny Meadows, floor maps, okay? Before you enter the map, Ghost is not on its favorite room currently, okay? The Ghost will start one floor above or one floor below its favorite room. Okay, so let's suppose that Ghost's favorite room on this contract, on this case, is basement. Okay, so there is a chance, it's not often, but there's a chance that the Ghost's current location, not favorite room, Ghost's current location is dining room, it's kitchen, because it's above the basement. Okay, so let's suppose you are on Sunny Meadows and you just open the door and the Ghost supposed to be, Ghost's favorite room would be matron office, which is on the basement, okay? But you just open the door and the Ghost is right there at the entrance, or chapel, okay? Somewhere around, okay? But let's suppose that it's a demon and starts hunts 100%. So you assume that the Ghost's favorite room, its entrance, its chapel's corridor, its etc. And it's not, because there's a bug that the Ghost spawns above its favorite room or below its favorite room. One floor above, one floor below. So my tip is you open the front door and you bring all the stuff you need inside, then you enter the house, then you start your contract. Why? Because the moment you touch the front door, any map, okay, if you do just like this, the Ghost is already active. It can slow down the temperature of the room, it can change the room, it can throw things, it can, like this, it turn off the breaker already. We already know it's not a gym, okay, because it turned off the breaker. So it has, the Ghost can do anything it wants, okay, if you open the front door, except of course hunts and events, because there is no one inside, so it's obvious, okay? But besides that, it can do anything it wants, okay, because you just open the front door. Once you touch the front door, any map, the Ghost is already activated, okay? So once you do that, if you just open and you start to bring all the stuffs, blah blah blah, and put here, grab there, bring here, etc., etc., you have time. You give time to the game to, you know, okay, we are all set, because the Ghost already walk it to its favorite room, to its actually favorite room. You gave time to the game to know. So now the Ghost is 100% sure that the Ghost is on its favorite room. Why? Because you just, you know, you open the front door, you waited while you were just bring the stuffs here, etc. Started the Ghost walk it to its favorite room, okay? Because you gave time to the game to do this. It should not be this way, I agree. The Ghost should just spawn inside its favorite room and period. But sometimes this is not the true. Unfortunately, this game is has a lot of bugs, so this is one of them. Okay, so my tip is open the front door, bring all the stuffs, then you start your contract, because you let the game set all the things correct. Okay, so that was the first tip. The second tip is about the crucifix. Okay, the Ghost is somewhere here. I don't know. Oh, it's here. Okay. Okay, the crucifix. Do you know that when the crucifix burns, means that the Ghost, after the burn itself, the Ghost returns to its favorite room, TP, teleport. Okay, so let's suppose that I have this cruci here. Ghost's favorite room is bathroom, tango. Okay, So the ghost just walked here and so far here somewhere and used the crucifix because it's inside the range of the crucifix, right? Okay, so it burns. Okay, then the ghost will return to its favorite room, not by walking. It will teleport inside its favorite room. Always, any ghost. Okay, so once the crucifix is burned, ghost it's teleported to its favorite room. Always, anywhere, any map, any type of ghost. So if I just say the sentence, any ghost can teleport. If I say just this sentence to you, any ghost can teleport, you would say, no, that's not true. Only Wraith can teleport. Only Wraith has this ability. That is not true. Because any ghost, I didn't say the moment they do this. If I just say literally, any ghost can do, and any ghost can teleport. Just this. I didn't say when, I didn't say any conditions, nothing. I just say any ghost can teleport. That is true. That is true. Any ghost can teleport, because if the ghost burns the crucifix, it will teleport inside, back inside its favorite room. Any ghost. But what about Wraith? I always knew that Wraith is the only ghost that can do teleports. Yes, they can, only for its ability. If you do the sentence again, let's say, any ghost can teleport for an ability. That is not true. That is just Wraith. That will be right, because the teleport of the Wraith teleports, it's used for ability, for the purpose of kill, of hunt. Okay, they teleport from their current location to you, anywhere, any map, any floor, then try to kill you. Okay, but if the ghost burns the crucifix, it will be teleport back inside its favorite room. That will be any ghost. Okay, so pay attention with this, because why this is interesting, because let's say you wanted to smudge the ghost, and let's say you don't have a motion sensor. Wow. So let's say you want to smudge the ghost. Let me grab this thing here. You want to smudge the ghost, let's say, to test for anything. I don't know. So you don't have motion sensors in the moment, okay? Let's say. So the ghost just burn this crucifix, and you know that ghost's favorite room is bathroom. What do? Just after 1 second after it burns, you do this, because you have 100% sure that the ghost is inside that room, because it burned the crucifix. 100% sure that 1 second after it burns, you have the ghost inside this room. 100%, any ghost, because it's teleport to its favorite room after the crucifix is burned. Okay, so that was number 2, tip number 2. There's a lot of door interactions. Oh my god. Okay, so, but that is not the case when the ghosts make an event, and let's say that the ghosts show yourself. Okay, that's not the case. So that's tip number 3. For any ghost produce a ghost event near you, you have to be inside 15 meters from the ghost. A range of 15 meters from the ghost. Okay, so if you are inside this range, the ghost can do an event. They can appear just like that. Could be translucent ghosts, can be shadow ghosts, full ghosts, I don't know, ghost of airball, red light event, any type of event. Okay, inside 15 meters. But when the ghosts do this, it's also a teleport. It's also a teleport. So the ghost is here, okay? Yurei? Not sure. Okay, the ghost is here, let's suppose, okay? Its favorite room. We have breathing here. And you are right here. You are 15 meters from the ghost here. The ghost can spawn anywhere here. And let's suppose that the ghost spawned right here. Right here. And you are here. This was a TP. This was teleport. Any ghost can do this. Will teleport to produce an event. So if the ghost shows its body here, right in front of the television, it's not because the ghost just came from here and, okay, I'm gonna walk here, I'm gonna stop here, and wow, event. No, that's not the case. If you are here and the ghost spawns right there, the ghost just made a teleport. Also, any ghost. Okay, so any event, it's a teleport, except from, of course, airball event. Okay, that's not the case. But any other, the ghost, let's say the ghost spawns right there, near to the tarot cards. It's because the ghost teleported from there to here, just like that. This was a ghost event. I am inside 15 meters, but this does not mean that the ghost is right here because it produced the airball. The airball is a very different type of ghost event, but any other appearance of the ghost, it's a teleport. Yeah, if you are here, oh, we have the bone here. If you see the ghost right here make or any type of ghost event, it's because the ghost teleported. Okay, then after the teleport, after the event ended, it will back to its favorite room walking. It's different from the burning crucifix. Okay, so the ghost teleport here. Okay, it ended, it will return to its favorite room by walking. Okay, so this is the difference between ghost events and burn crucifix. So tip number 4, it's about this singing event, this or ring a ring the roses, blah 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 blah. This type of ghost event, this singing ghost event, the only ghost that cannot produce this is shade. If you see the ghost making this ghost event, this singing event, could be male or female. The male would be something like that, but the female would be ring around the roses, blah 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 blah. If you see the ghost doing this, it's not shade. Shade is the only ghost. We have dirty water. Yeah, shade is the only ghost that cannot produce singing events. Okay, you can rule out shade 100% sure. Okay, now tip number 5, we're going to talk about banshees. Okay, you know that banshees has just one target. It will hunt this target until the end of the contract, until it kills this target. Okay, so do you know, I don't have this objects here on this contract, but let's suppose that you have that repel or escape from the ghost. We have these 2 types of objects. Okay, if you are dealing with a banshee, these 2 types of objects would only be correct if the target do this. Okay, so repel the ghost. So if you are not banshee's target, if you are multiplayer and you are not the banshee's target, okay, if you smudge, if you repel a banshee, it will not count for the objective of repel. Why? Because only the target can repel banshees. Okay, the same thing happens with the escape. So you are inside a counter in multiplayer and we have 4 players, full team. Okay, so the banshee's target is hiding. Okay, so the other 3 that they are not the target, they are in the line of sight of the banshee. They in the line of sight. Of course, banshee will not hunt these 3 persons. Will not kill these 3 persons because they are not the target. Okay, so that optional object of escape will not count, will not be checked, because it need to be the target. The target needs to be in line of sight of the banshee, not be killed, of course. That will count, that will check this object. Okay, tip number 6, we just had this on this counter. Let me turn off this. Let me turn on the breaker. The breaker is off. Okay, the breaker is right here. I'm gonna show you this. Okay, let's turn on this. Let's go back to boys' bedroom. Okay, you see this? The ghost just turned on the computer. It's not a mare. 100% sure it's not a mare. Why? Because mare, you know that mare cannot turn on lights, cannot do this as well, cannot do this, because mare never turn on lights. They can turn on the breaker, makes no sense to me, but they can never turn on switch lights, like this lamp here, the switch here. They cannot do this, they cannot do this, they cannot do this, okay? But also mares cannot turn on computers or television. Mares cannot do this. No. Okay? So we know on this contract that is not a mare just because it turned on the computer. Okay? Oh, but I thought that mares could do this because CJ, the devs of the game, they release a patch. They say on a sentence, mares now can turn on PCs, can turn on televisions. Yeah, we have this patch. We have this devs. The devs just wrote that. That is true. But what happens? It's not the case. They just lie it, or they just didn't remember to fix this, because on this current version, this Chronicles update, so far mares cannot turn on televisions or PCs. Why? Because these two types of things counts as light switches. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you. We know that on a small map like this, we can turn on 9 types of light without the breaker go off. Okay, if you turn on the number 10 light, it will break the breaker. Okay, it will not break, but it will turn off the breaker. Okay, so it's nine lights. Okay, 9 lights that you can turn on. Let's do this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I do this, the breaker is off. So let's do again. Let's turn on the breaker. Okay. 9 is the limit. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I turn on the computer, what do you think it would happen? The breaker is off, because this counts as a light switch. The same thing you can do with the television if you want test. Okay, so as the television and the computer works for a light switch, mares cannot turn on light switch. So the game understand that this is the television, all that black stuff, is something like this. Okay, so mares cannot turn on PCs or computers. You can rule out mare 100% sure. Okay, if the ghost turn on one of these items. Okay, so this is very good when you have let's say a ghost inside a room that has not a light switch, like you have a lot of these on Sunny Meadows, on Prison, something like that. You just grab any remote control from a TV and you just grab this, where is it, just like this, and you put inside ghost's favorite room, because if the ghost turn on the television, it can turn on by any distance. Okay, if the ghost turn on the television, you know that's not a mare. Okay, so let's say you are on Sunny Meadows and the ghost is on the chapel. The chapel has no light switch. It's very big, it's very large room, but you don't have light switch. So how you can test for mare there? It's very, very difficult on a no evidence run, of course. Okay, what do? You go to male day room and you grab the remote control from the TV. You just drop inside the chapel and hopes that the ghost turn on that television, because if the ghost turn on that television that is right on the other side of the map, you know 100% sure it's not mare. Okay, so tip number 7 is For a ghost to do a throwing like this, you know, a throwing, it will only do this if the light is off. So let's say that the ghost feet is inside this room and we have all these items. If I turn on the lights, the ghost, of course with the lights on, the ghost cannot throw. Okay. Oh, okay. We know that's not a shade. Sorry to, you know, make a shortcut from the actual tip, but this is not a shade. What I say, shade cannot produce singing events. So we know it's not a djinn because turn off the breaker. We know that's not a mare because it turned off the computer. We know that's not a shade because made a ghost event by singing, a singing event. Okay, so let's continue. So the ghost is right here. Okay, the light is on. It cannot touch any of these items because the light is on. Ghosts can only throw things if the light is down, it's off. Okay, just like that. But if you are dealing with a poltergeist, poltergeist is the only ghost that can throw things, that can touch things by throwing with the lights on. So if you are 100% sure, let's turn on the breaker again. This is probably a Hantu, I don't know. You are, let's say, here in the kitchen. Ghost's favorite room is here. So the ghost feet, it's right here on this spot, right here. You know this, and the ghost do this. It's a poltergeist, 100% sure. Of course, if you test for mimics, mimics, if it's imitating, poltergeist can do this also. But if it's not the case, it's a poltergeist, okay? Because only poltergeist can throw things with the lights on. Okay? Okay? Oh, but that is not the truth because I already saw that I was here, the light was on, I thought this go like this, and it was not poltergeist. You are wrong. No, I'm not wrong. Because you need to know where was the ghost that specific second to do this this throwing. You said that the ghost just did this, okay? But where was the ghost feet? It was inside kitchen? Because if the ghost was right here, any ghost can throw that item. Any ghost. Because the item is inside a lighting room. Okay? But the ghost is not. The ghost is inside a room that has no lights on. So any ghost can throw that item, that plate, that anything there, standing right here with the lights off. Any ghost. But if the ghost do just this, only poltergeist can throw items around. Oh, we just had what I said to you. I just dropped it. I just dropped the remote control from the television here, and the ghost just turned it on. Okay, so it turned on also that lamp. So we know 100% sure that's not a mare because cannot turn on this like did just right now. Cannot turn on this, cannot turn on this, and cannot turn on that. Thank you, ghost, for the helping. But okay, so let's continue. So my tip number 8 is a very boring thing. I don't agree with this, but that's the way the game works, okay? Do you know that you are not safe inside crucifix? Even the tier 3 crucifix, you are not safe from a twins. Because the twins is the only ghost that can spawn right above, right near to the inside the range of the crucifix, inside this white line, just like this, but with the proposal of hunting, of course. They can do this and ignores the crucifix. Doesn't matter if the tier 1, 2, 1, or 3. It will ignore. It will look to the crucifix and okay, go fuck yourself. Okay. It's a chance. It's not every time, but Twims has a chance to just spawn right inside the crucifix, and this is useful, and this is useless for twins sometimes. This is boring, because once you are inside the cruci range, you are, you are safe. You are 100% sure you are safe from the ghosts, because they will burn it, or they will spawn after the white line. But twins has a chance, has just a small chance. This happens, but it's very small chance to appear, to spawn and try to kill you inside this range. I was on Willow Street one day on a contract. I was just like this, grabbing on my hand the Cruci Tier 3, and I was just I was playing with no grace period, so the ghost just killed me, just like that, holding this. It was a twins. This is very boring. I don't know why they do this. It has no sense to me, has no logic to me. Why twins just like that can spawn around inside, I mean, the cruci range, and kill you? This doesn't work against twins sometimes. Of course, the majority of the times will burn it. The twins will burn it, but sometimes don't. So why is this? Why is this way? Has no sense to me. But that was tip number 8. You know that Yurei is the only ghost that can do ability with the door and drain you. It will drain you 15% sanity if you are inside 7.5 meters range from the door. Okay, so if they do this, or if they do this, or if they do this, you know 100% sure that this is a Yurei. But the problem is, it's not every time they will drop you, they will drain you 15% sanity. They will only do this when the door is closing, not opening. Okay, so this first one, it will drain you 15% because it was closed. But the second one, when it's open, it will not drain you anything. It will only drain you 15% from your sanity if they close like this the door. Okay, so it's not every time. It's not every time that Yureis will drain you your sanity by closing by interacting with the door. If they close, it will drain you, but if they open fully, it will not drain you. Okay, so my last tip, number 10, it's about mares. We already know on this contract that we are not dealing with a mare, because it turned on the television and turned on the lights, the lamp, the computer, etc., like I said before. But let's suppose that this is a mare. You know that mare has the ability, the only ability that mare has is when you turn on a light, it can just turn off just like that immediately, just 1 second after. You do this and do this again. Mare do this. Okay, so this is the mare ability. You can test for mare like this on a no evidence run. You just turn on, hopes that the ghost turn off. You turn on and hope the ghost turn off, just like that. So if the ghost do this, you are probably dealing with a mare. Okay, but if the ghost explode, if the mare it's a mare, let's suppose that this is a mare, let's suppose, and the ghost just explode the lights inside this room, let's say this room right here, you just make an event and explode all the lights. You cannot test for mare anymore on this switch specifically, because this is linked to that light. So you cannot try to use the mare ability on this light switch. You can do this on this light switch, on that one, but you on this one also, but you cannot do on this one again until the end of the contract. Why? Because the ghost exploded the lights of that room. Let's use this example here on dining room. Let's suppose you have a mare here. Okay, you have mare here, and just make an event and explode the lights. So if you have a mare here and explode the lights, you cannot use the mare ability on this light switch, but it can do on this light switch. You can do on this light switch, On this one you can, but on this one you cannot, because this light switch, it's tight, it's a link to that specific light. Once it's exploded, you cannot use the mare ability. Although, if this is not a mare, let's suppose that this is not a mare. We know that the ghost is not a mare, but it's right here. It can, even if the light is exploded, just exploded, it can try to turn on the lights. Any other ghost can do this, even with the light is exploded. Even so, okay? But if this is a mare and exploded the light, okay, you cannot try to use the mare ability on this light switch. You have to try to use on this one, that one, that one. And of course, if you don't know about this, but you can only, a mare will only do the ability, has a chance to do the ability inside 4 meters range from the light switch that you are trying to. So let's suppose that you are trying to do the mare ability on this light switch. So mare will only do this if she or he is inside 4 meters range from this light switch. Okay, I don't think that 4 meters is here. Oh my god, how many ghost events it would be, for God's sake. So you let's say the ghost is here and you are trying to do the mare ability on this light switch. It won't work because it's more than 4 meters from this light switch. But even if the mare is inside 4 meters of this light switch, it will not use the ability here if the light that is linked to this light switch is exploded. Okay? Okay, so that was 10 tips. Hope my English was enough for you to understand this, but that was 10 tips for you improve your gameplay, for you improve your knowledge on this game. So I hope you learned something on this channel. So if you're learning, please give you a thumbs up, you comment, any other tip, any other question you have about the game, you can leave down the comments and I will answer for sure. Okay, so thank you very much. See you on the next video.